morning everybody, Calm Bike here. Just going for a little trip today. I thought I'd have a day out. I'm on holiday from work. Not gone anywhere, as you probably recognise this if you watch my videos. I'm just coming out of Beverley on the tiny bypass. Beverley's down that way. That's a bypass. It must be all of 100 yards long. Maybe 2, I don't know. When you walk it, it feels further than when you're riding a motorbike, I have to say that. Well, I thought I'd take a little trip today and go and look at a few things, take you along with me for the ride. I'm heading over out of Yorkshire, out of God's own country or county, I don't know, whatever they call it, and into Lancashire, which is northwest of the country. It's where cities like Blackpool, and was Blackpool in Lancashire? Must be, mustn't it? My geography's never been up to much, to be fair. Anyway, I'll tell you what is there is Burnley, because I'm going near Burnley, or as we would call it over here, Burnley. I'm going to see 3 art installations. Now there are actually 4, but one of them, well, it added a fair whack to the journey. Is in the middle of a town or a city, and it didn't look that good. So I'm giving that one a miss. Also, they don't know what they're calling it. That was called Colour Fields. If anyone's been to Colour Fields, also known as the Cannons, then yeah, if it's good, let me know and I'll go and visit that one as well. It sounds good being called the Cannons, but from what I can see, there are no cannons there. It's like a building that used to have cannons on. I believe they were cannons that were seized from Russia during a Russian conflict. You'd not believe that would happen, would you? Well, yeah, I'm not going to go and see that one, but apparently they've turned this building, it's got some colours on it, looks pretty or something, I don't know. It's through towns and cities, not that exciting on a bike, and it just didn't look that good. So, you know, let me know if you know about it and you think it's good. Let me know. If you know about it and it's rubbish, congratulate me for making the decision not to go. So I'm off to three of the 4 art installations. They call them the Panopticons. One of which I believe may have been vandalised. It's a bit of a worry. To be fair, in this country, put up anything nice, it gets vandalised, so they're probably all vandalised in some way or other. The only way to stop it being vandalised is to put it so far away that nobody wants to go and see it, which kind of defeats the object, doesn't it? But yeah, one I believe has been vandalised. One looks really cool, but I'm seeing it at the wrong time of day because it's really cool lit up and I'm going during the day. I'm really selling this, aren't I? And one is the one that I actually wanted to go to in the first place, which does look really cool. And as long as it's a little bit windy, it'll be fine. Hopefully not too windy. I'm hoping for a perfect balance between enough wind for the installation to work, but not so much that my drone can't fly. So I brought the drone with me, as long as my gimbal for if I can't get the drone up. That's another good reason for only seeing 3 of them, to be fair, because I've only got 3 batteries for the drone. So the chances of me being able to drone around 4 in one day are pretty slim indeed, without cutting video short. It's not a huge trip. When I planned it out on Google, just using Google's standard routing, it came to I think 181 miles. By the time I've added in some twizzly bits to make it more interesting, it's about 205 I think that I'll be doing. So I will be filling up with petrol ones. Anyway, I've only got 1 battery in this camera. I only own 1 battery for the GoPro. The batteries are so poor that I can't bring myself to spending 30 quid for another one. So I've actually got it plugged into a power bank, and it does seem to drain the battery even though the power bank's plugged in and charging it, although it takes a lot longer for it to drain. but not long enough that I could do 200 miles. So I'm not going to be recording for the whole trip on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch off, and I'll switch on again if something interesting crops up. Obviously, if something really interesting crops up that's fleeting, I've got no chance of capturing it with the camera off. But then if I get to the place I'm going and I've got no battery left, I won't be impressed either. If I come across some place that's interesting, I might switch it back on again to show you it. Otherwise, I'll see you in Lancashire. Now heading towards Otley. I'm about 25 miles away from the first Panopticon. So yeah, making a bit of progress, but God, it's slow going with all these double white lines and cars. Everybody else must be on their summer holidays, as I call them. Not staycations. But the scenery is changing, or rather the housing is changing. We're out of the generally red brick of East Yorkshire and into this old stone stuff. Isn't it nice? Completely different feel to the place. Donkey sanctuary. Anyway, another 24 miles. As you can see, I've got the sat nav on because I'm heading towards the bits where I'm not so sure of the direction, and then we'll hit the first one. Catch you in a bit. The industry's quite different over here to the east. I say the industry, there's not a lot of industry left, to be fair, but the industry that is left. So I keep seeing little towers and things and thinking, I wonder what that is, because they look different. I mean, that's clearly a little tiny reservoir. I did come past a much bigger reservoir further back up, and as I came over the brow of a hill, there's a wonderful view up there. And of course I didn't have the camera on because of trying to save the battery. Well, it's taken an hour and a half, 2 hours, and 80 or 90 miles, but finally I've got a road to myself. Hooray! I don't know the road at all though, so I've got to take it a bit easy. This is my kind of place. Not too many people. Nice little road. They've resurfaced this one recently and they've done quite a decent job on it by the feel of it. And look at these views. Look at that. Over there is where I've just come from, roughly. Wind farm on the hill over there. Nice fields all broken up with those dry stone walls and a bit of a reservoir. I'm sure a photographer with some skill, rather than a ham-fisted person like me, could get some nice pictures out of this. It's so peaceful as well. Anyway, I've got a few places to visit, so I can't hang around. Morning. Still got the northern friendliness. Says you can't hang around, immediately stops for another look at the view. Back down the reservoir. What a lovely, lovely place. Another view, there's a view at every corner. I think I'm nearly there. In fact, I think I just saw a brown sign. Is this going to be the place? Yes, it is. Collar Country Park and the Atom Panopticon. And the Atom is what I've come to see. So another view there, isn't it? And over here to the left, stuck in the middle of a hill with somebody walking into it, is the Atom. Doesn't look overwhelming, it's quite a small thing. I guess it's supposed to look like an atom or represent an atom. I know inside there is like a silver ball that's supposed to be the centre of the atom, the core. Mainly these things are about where they are though, I believe. So this is the fact that it's in this bit of countryside. There's a helicopter over there. I don't know if it's going to be too windy for the little Mavic Mini though. Which would be a shame. Let's approach it from this direction. It's made of a, they call it ferro concrete. Mixture of concrete and iron, I suppose, and painted with a metallic paint. I have no idea about the angle on this when I'm not on the bike, so I think I'll get the phone out and the gimbal and give you a look around. This is the one that's been vandalised, and unfortunately the metal core is gone. was quite fun. I think that was my scariest drone flight ever. Definitely the windiest drone flight ever. Lots of wind warnings, kept grumbling about my wind. It's a bit like being at home really with Mrs. C. Boom. But don't know how good the footage will be. Well, it was worth a try. Just looking around with this, lots of vandalism, as I say. Unfortunately the middle section's gone, which is a shame. So it's not really an atom anymore, is it? If this is the electron cloud, well, the middle of the atom's gone. It's lost its protons and neutrons and whatnot. Oh aye, science. Yeah, interesting little place. Of the three I'm visiting, I think this is probably the least interesting. Just keep seeing these little, I wonder if these kind of, almost like lightning flashes or electricity. I wonder if that was part of the original thing, or just some kind of reaction in the metal. So this is concrete with a metal coating. I wonder if it's magnetic. All of the 4 Panopticons are situated on hills and places with views, and try and get you out and appreciate these views. Anyway, head back to the bike and head off to the second one, which I hope is a little bit better and a little bit less vandalised, and that'll be in the next video. Anyway, from this wonderful view, I'll say thank you for watching everyone, ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.